think as contemporary designers, it's important to look at our legacies and read and interpret our history in order to kind of like create our own history and our own identity.
And now discovering more and more how I can use the idea of a grafted legacy to continue developing the things that I was doing already, but more consciously thinking of how that can be a creative methodology.
My name is Mupangilaï, and I'm a designer. My practice is about self-discovery and identity. I am half Belgian and half Congolese. My work is basically like my cultural self-portrait. I also do research into how African primitive art has influenced modern art movements.
I'm Teresa Fernández-Pello. I'm a Spanish designer currently based in the Netherlands. My work on one side explores electronic and digital technologies almost as artistic resources, like materials in a way. And then I produce installations, sculptural installations, in between the categories of functional art and creative technology.
So yeah, legacy is maybe more so about a collective thing, rather than like our personal history, but collective. There's always a dialogue between like the past, the present, and then the grafted part, which is the future.
Well, this is a very crucial point to perceive the legacy part and the grafting part of something that we are trying to understand together, meaning
bigger,
with the others. You know, since also this discipline of design, it's something that well, you can do it for yourself in a way, but then the main part of it is probably that you are doing something for and with the others, no?
Yeah, the community aspect of it.
Yeah, so the community, the collectivity aspect, I think it's very important. And there is also another aspect of legacy. We were talking about history, but history is not stable. It changes the perception of the story behind us, no? Through different discussion that we can nurture in society also. History is moving.
Yeah.
It's not there. It's not a portrait of a specific time that it's hanging on the wall.
Yeah, it's
and it's
non-linear.
there, no? And you can always add something, you know, or you can review also.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Yeah, that's something I haven't thought before. I mean, with the topic of grafted legacies, what you're saying, no, more like a history as a creative resource is like a very important material because it speaks of who we are as humans, of course, throughout many, many years.
We can't touch it, but it is the material in order to shape, create, or tell something, you know?
But also now about the people involved, because you were saying about the legacy as a collective, or speaking about it. Big important part of our visit here, I think it is, we are getting to know the directors of the museums, we are getting to know people that is into art, that it's artists themselves. And that's, for me, half of it, you know, like there's the institution, there's the history, but then there's also the dinner with the people and getting to know, so.
Yeah, it adds another level to the whole experience because this is the way our days are filled is how you two grafted this week, you know. So it keeps adding, you know. If we were to come to Turin on our own, you can't compare that. It would be an entirely different experience.
Well, I must say that in residence, always wanted really to put in dialogue people, and this is why also you are here together, because we really believe that having people getting together could adds up. But we are here, I think, you know, in this week together to really try to get out from what we are used to. For example, just being here together and taking the time to really go and get inspiration instead of just be in the office and do our routine. How much can we get from this experience? You know, all of us. I think it's important. This is just the starting point, and then we will be developing a research that will hopefully bring something very special out.
Yeah, grafting is always an experiment, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is very interesting now because, yes, we can say that it's always an experiment, a research. No, I mean, the process of learning is when you expose yourself to something that is different.
I don't know, in residence it's a contemporary practice, and in a way you already have a legacy, you know, like you have been with a lot of designers.
By inviting people from all over the world, and then they graft their legacy with the information of Turin's legacy. So I think this adds another layer to everything, you know, and it's just building and building and building. And I mean, over time, it's the legacy just of us creators. My history is different, your history is different on all levels, not personal, but culturally. So we're now immersed in certain parts of your history, and then rethinking how we can apply that to, you know, our history or legacy. So I think there are so many little dialogues happening within the big dialogue.